Meditation can be helpful in every creative activities of our life. Every creative activities of our life, especially heartfulness way, because everything that you do, think, have an attitude with, it is heartfelt.
Daaji, namaste.
Namaste.
What is, when do you recommend that people can start meditation? At what age do you think it's appropriate?
Well, now I think people are ready, even at earlier age. By 15, they can begin. They are more matured at 15 than people of my generation, even at 25. See, you see, that generation, even today, are not able to understand what meditation is. But when I talk to youngsters, they are able to connect with meditation immediately. Even guys of my times, and even when they're in their 50s and 60s, you talk about spirituality, it sounds so tragically too foreign to them. But when you talk to new generation today, 14, 15 and on, they they talk to you as if they know so much about it, and there's some sort of a yearning in their hearts. So I find it easier to discuss with youngsters than old folks who needs to be convinced verbally.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more open-minded nowadays to talk about meditation, and people are more willing to try it. I think that religious connotation that used to be associated with meditation isn't as prominent as it used to be.
That is so true. That is so true. And now it's, I think, meditation and health, meditation and yoga, health and yoga, all these things are going, they're kind of interwoven, see. And there's so much of medical
Right.
research in this field. And I think today's youth is more impressed by the research in the medical field, now combining with spirituality. I think you're getting best of both the worlds.
Yeah, that transitions us really well into our next topic.
I see.
There are, in medicine, we talk about the four pillars of health. So one of them being nutrition, second one being physical activity, in which physical yoga fits, into that pillar. Third one being sleep, and the fourth one being stress management. So how do you think meditation fits in one of these pillars, and how can it really be beneficial for health?
So it's not only for these four things. Meditation can be helpful in every creative activities of our life. Every creative activities of our life, especially heartfulness way, because everything that you do, think, have an attitude with, it is heartfelt. And whenever we do anything connected with the heart, it becomes creative. See, when you're forced to do things, it cannot be creative. But when your heart is associated with any activity, joy goes with it. Your willing participation will be part of it. And so the entire act becomes very creative and unique in approach. Like you are forced to cook, for example, versus or you enjoy cooking because your heart is inclined to do that. See, there's a big difference. You read a book, you ask a child, you force a child to read a book versus a child who loves to read book. It's different things. See? So heart has its own way of releasing itself. And find how it can and try to touch all activities through heart. You see, then those activities will also become heart based and spiritual.
So the defining characteristic of heartfulness is transmission, and that is one of the main things. And how do you think transmission would help somebody who has a lot of anxiety or a person who suffers from depression? Because these are this is a phenomenon that's happening in our culture, is increasing rates of anxiety and increasing rates of depression, and these people are looking towards meditation and yoga to help them. So how do you think the heartfulness way can help them in this struggle?
The way we associate ourselves, how we identify ourselves with things, with properties, with relationships, whether it is out of right understanding or wrong understanding or illusion. we react to illusions. The reality may be true, it's the building is being burned, it's a reality. But the fact that it is not yours creates a different set of emotion and mood. You see. Now, a person who is spiritually inclined, his thinkings are of a different order. He says, okay, though this house belongs to me, I had purchased it once, I earned it once, I'll earn it again. I'll make it again.
Yeah.
He gets some sort of inner strength from unknown source from within. He develops that confidence that yes, okay, there must be something behind all these things, and then he gathers his strength and come out of it. See, other person would go crazy. I mean, something building is being burned. I mean, it's going down. There's nothing you can do now. So cool down. Do the best you can. Worrying is not going to help you. If I'm in a situation that is creating stress and anxiety, accept it. If I'm going to fight with it, it's not going to disappear. And this acceptance comes through good understanding. And this understanding would come when I reflect within myself. And I come to some sort of solace and understanding. Yes. And some courage would come from unknown source. It's a matter of experience again. When we go deep within our meditation, everything is ironed out. Everything will find its balanced spot. So, directly or indirectly, meditation, I would say, does help. It does help in reducing anxiety levels. But I would not say that we should totally remove our stress levels. Stress levels also contributes to something. Suppose you are a surgeon, right? Dermatology. Imagine you didn't have a stress before your study. Some level of stress is required, otherwise you wouldn't have studied well.
It's very true. I'm stressed on a daily basis, but it makes me a better surgeon.
But it should not be so much that it gives you headache.
Right.
You see, one should be able to, you have to have it and respond to it. See, stress is a mechanism. I would consider that as a mechanism or inner signal to act.
Yes.
Once it crosses its limit, then something should happen from within ourselves. Conscious effort should be made. Many a time, without making even conscious effort, we adjust accordingly. A person may not even have to consciously act and subdue the stress. Because it is his inner nature, inner radar is so well equipped, he can laugh at a situation. He is not trained to laugh at a situation, but it is innate in such a person. Okay, what can I do? I have to study. What can I do? The building is burning. I can't do nothing anymore. Before that, I could have taken the step how not to allow this thing to happen in the first place. Now I missed that opportunity. Now building is burning. I can do nothing about it. So it's a post facto analysis. Most people go crazy even before things happen.
Right.
There is exam and there is an interview with some, you're going for a job and you're going. If you worry too much about the interview, you will not prepare yourself well. And if you go too casually also, you might fail. See, the fear is needed to some extent, but not so much that it can disable you altogether mentally.